Good morning, class.
Good morning.
How are you? So when is today? So we have 28 of May 20. So before we proceed, it's a requirement that we take a roll call for the class. And because there are many of you and it will take a lot of time, I need from the class representative to inform me on the people who are absent. Mr. Morama, kindly, how many are absent?
Two.
Their names?
Ismaila and Mustafa Hassan.
No other person?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes.
Thank you very much. For the others, we're going to mark after the lesson so that we have a very clear and well-informed roll call. So to proceed, we need to understand the unit of competence that we are doing. So the unit of competence is what is the unit of competence? Is water quality, biology, principles. And today's session title is Characteristics of life. Before we proceed, we need to recap on what we did in our last lesson. What did we learn in the last lesson? What did we learn in the last lesson? Shayla? Shayla?
Yes. The last lesson, learn about the location of apps.
For example?
For instance, study of internal structures of
Can someone help to clarify what she said in a better way? Who is going to give it a try? Thank you very much.
We did definition of terms where we define the meaning of biology.
What is it?
Biology is the scientific study of living organisms.
Can we give a clap? Can we have another person do a recap of what we did in the last lesson? Mama,
Branches of biology.
can you mention one?
Water.
What is botany?
The study of water.
Thank you very much. Now, we need to proceed. So today's session title is Characteristics of Life. And we need to know the learning outcomes. The learning outcomes of the session. So number one, by the end of this course, you should be able to define the following terms. One, biology. Two, life. Three, living things. Four, and non-living things. And number two, we need to describe the characteristics of life. Describe the characteristics of life. Then three, we are going to look at Differentiation. Differentiate. Living and non-living things. So, what is biology? What is biology? We are brainstorming, yes.
Biology is a scientific study of life and living things.
The study of life and
Living things.
living things. What is life? Kindly, I'm requesting you to go out. Kindly, out. You are late for the class. Yeah, out. What is life?
Basically, the existence of things.
Okay.
Existence.
Things. Very good. And what is living things? I'm requesting you to go out. You're late. Living things. Definition of living things.
Organisms which are characteristics of life.
They are organisms that have the aspect of living. Then non-living. What are non-living things?
Anything that do not have life.
Anything that does not have life. Now, we are going to proceed with a PowerPoint presentation. So, we've already defined what life is and also what biology is. I want us to look at the characteristics of life. So, we have the characteristics of life before us. What is the first characteristic? What is homeostasis? What is homeostasis? Who is going to give it a try?
The ability of an organism to maintain its
Who is going to elaborate what she said? Anyone there?
Homeostasis is the process by which organisms secretes hormones.
Another person to give it a try?
Stability of organisms maintains the internal stability.
So it's the ability of an organism to maintain the stability of what? Internal and external environment. Then we have nutrition. What is nutrition?
the ability of an organism to acquire minerals and salts.
Another person? Can we hear from this side? What is nutrition?
The process of utilizing the nutrients from
Nutrition is about feeding and intaking minerals and water into our body. Then we have transport. What is transport?
The ability of an organism to move from one place to another.
Ability to move from one place to another. Next, respiration.
The process where a living organism inhale and exhale respiratory gases.
Gaseous exchange within an organism. Then we have synthesis.
It's how living things carry out chemical.
So it's how living organisms carry out chemical reactions within the organism, whether plant or animal. Then we have expression, growth. No, behind there, sorry. Increase in size or number. Then we have excretion. Somebody who's not spoken.
The removal of waste products from our bodies.
Removal of waste products from within our body. Then we have regulation. Regulation. Behind there?
The ability of living organisms to camouflage the surroundings.
The ability of living organisms to do what?
Camouflage the surroundings.
To
Camouflage.
adapt to the environment. Okay. Then we have reproduction. Reproduction. I need people who have not spoken. Hold on here. Reproduction. Ability to give life and also multiply. Metabolism. Metabolism. Metabolism.
Chemical reaction to
So we have various processes or chemical reactions within our body system. Then we have two major divisions in biology. Which ones are they? Let me hear from the middle.
the first one is botany.
What is botany?
Botany is the study of plants.
Another one? Let me hear from zoology, the study of animals. So we're going to have a look at that. The branches of biology. So we have anatomy. What is it?
Study of structure.
And then we also have bacteriology.
Study of microscope.
Then we also have, we also have cytology. Yes. Ecology. We also have an embryology. Entomology. Then we also have herpetology. Histology. Ethology. And we also have morphology. Mycology. And we also have ornithology. We also have paleontology. Like? Yes. Parasitology. Pathology. Phycology. Good. Then we also have taxonomy. What is taxonomy? Good. Then we have virology. Good. Then we end at that. In the next session, I want us to have a look at a short video so that we can be able to discuss one or two things on it. So begin so that we may participate in the discussion.
Robots. In science, we call these amazing features the characteristics. Imagine if you could build a robot that could do everything a living thing does: grow, respond to its surroundings, and even create new robots. In science, we call these amazing features the characteristics of life. Every living thing, from the tiniest bug to the tallest tree, shares the same special traits that make it alive. These characteristics consist of organization, growth and development, reproduction, response to stimuli, maintaining internal conditions, and use of energy.
So from that short clip, what have you learned? What have you learned from the short clip? Can we hear from Edwin? Who is it? What have you learned? Pardon?
Growth.
What about growth?
It's the difference in size.
Can we hear from Irene?
That living organisms,
At your volume.
living organisms share some certain characteristics like reproduction, is where they give the offsprings.
So can you clap for her? That is good. Can we hear from Wanjohi? Anita? Yes.
I've learned that in living organisms, the characterization in human beings proves that they reproduce offspring.
They reproduce? Okay. Can we hear from Lewis? Lewis? Yes, Lewis.
So in northern development, there is increase in cells and structure of the organisms.
So can we clap for those given there? Now, I need one person to come and demonstrate the characteristics of life. A volunteer? One person, because of time. Any person who is volunteering. A volunteer demonstrates characteristics of life. Now go. Let's hear from you. You are a living being and you have all those processes with you. So you should be able to demonstrate. You can say your name and then
There is growth, there is respiration, breathing, there is eating, there is excretion.
yes. Can we clap for her? That is very good. Now I want you to pair your next door person to pair up and discuss the differentiation. That's all. 2, 1. The differentiation of living and you need to pair. What more we want to do? So in those sheets of paper, write the differentiation of living things and non-living things. So I am giving you 1 minute to discuss. Almost over. At least 2 differentiations of living things and non-living things. So we need one representative from this bench, 1, 1. Huh? So, are you ready? So, bench 1, can we hear one differentiation in this bench? We are going to use the people in the middle. Can we hear one from you? We need your volume. Yes.
They grow each human being. Non-living things, they get bodies.
So, living things grow, non-living things. Here, can we hear from you? The middle bench.
Living things can move from one place to another, while non-living things cannot move.
Thank you. Next, bench. Can we hear the middle bench? The middle before? Yeah. Hear from you. So living things reproduce, non-living things do not. The last bench there, can we hear from you guys?
Living things move from one place to another, whereas non-living things perish.
Living things do what? Move from one place to another one. Non-living things do not. Now, as we are coming to the end of the session, we need to have a summary of the characteristics of life. But before then, any questions on that point? So we proceed with the summary of characteristics of life. So here we have the summary. We have nutrition. Nutrition goes together with the food. We have transportation. It's about movement. We have respiration. It's about gaseous exchange. We have synthesis. It's about chemical reactions within the body. We have growth, which is about exercise. We have expression, which is about. We have regulation, which is about. We have reproduction, which is about what? So, do we have any question up to that point? Question? So you can make reference on this topic using this reference book. You can go to the library. We have our OS and curriculum for DLEX. That is Diploma Water Engineering, level 5. Level 6. And then we also have a book by the name Campbell, Biology, the 11th edition. So you can access the learning materials from the library. Then, do we have any question up to that point? Any question? So I'm going to give you an assignment that you will perform or present in the next lesson. And the assignment is about describe. So assignment. Describe the different levels of organization of life forms. So you'll do it in your groups and you'll do presentation come next lesson that you're going to have. Any questions? So there's a good question here and I want us to brainstorm a little bit. Say it loudly yourself.
We are now aware of the living things and non-living things. We had described living things as the things or organisms that have got characteristics of life. While we have got non-living things that also have characteristics of life. For example, the motor vehicles, like the X-rays, the removal of whatever, how do you call them? The exhaust. So where do we locate them in biology now that we have got living things and non-living things, given that they have got characteristics of living things?
A very good question. There's somebody who is willing to answer you there. So this is open to the class. Uh-huh.
Yes, I can classify them as
Kindly add your volume.
I classify them as non-living things,
Why?
which also I mean, you don't know what's inside because they lack the biological process. That's all.
So according to him, he repeats that it's a non-living thing because they lack the biological process. Another argument?
I classify it as non-living things because they don't reproduce and they don't grow.
Very good. That's a very good argument. Can we hear from you?
Yes, I can say they are non-living because for a living thing to be a living thing, it must have all those characteristics functioning together. So this one is just excreting without. Yes, that's one.
Okay, let's hear two more people. Can we hear from you?
I think I can say it's because the non-living things, the cow, those things that you have mentioned, it lacks complex system.
It lacks?
Complex system.
What are these complex systems you're mentioning?
Those respiration, the respiratory system, the breathing system, digestion.
Okay. Can we hear, there's somebody who wanted to give a contribution. Who else? Any other person? Can we hear from you?
Yes, and living things because all living beings possess similar characteristics. Possess all. Example is reproduction.
Doesn't reproduce. So, in this class, how many are saying that a vehicle is a non-living thing? How many are saying that a vehicle is a living thing? Even yourself.
Mine was just a question. It was
No, it's okay, but you are supporting it.
I was curious to know where is it placed, under living or non-living?
So where we place it? We place it under non-living things. Justification number one. Justification number one. It cannot reproduce. Number two. It cannot grow. Number three. It cannot eat. Number four. It was a good question. Pardon? How about? What are viruses?
On that question, I can say viruses are living.
Why do you say
Because
that?
they only perform and they are able to perform only inside the living organism.
Yes.
So that is why I can call them living.
Can you clap for him? Viruses are living and they perform their processes within a host. We call the person a host or the organism a host. But it is living, it multiplies, it feeds, but through the host. Sawa? Yes. Any other before we end the session now? So we've come to the end of our session. Make sure you do that assignment before we meet, and you do it in your groups so that you'll do presentation which will amount to part of your continuous assessment. So thank you very much. Have a blessed evening. So, image here.